One of the most common reversible causes of hearing loss is earwax buildup. Earwax is normal, and if it isn't causing symptoms, should be left alone. It doesn't start interfering with hearing acuity until it clogs off at least 80% of the ear canal. Ironically, hearing aids are a risk factor for excessive earwax, as are anything else you put in your ear, like earplugs, since that stimulates the earwax glands. For further irony, so may cotton-tipped swabs that as many as 2/3 of people use to clean their ears. You may think you're making things better by swabbing out your ears, but you may actually be making them worse. Simply removing protective wax can leave your ear canals dry, itchy, and achy, or even lead to Q-tip otalgia, a term coined to refer to an ear pain syndrome caused by cotton-tip swabs. You shouldn't need to clean your ear canals at all, because the wax should make its way out on its own. That's right, ears are self-cleaning. The lining of your ear canal grows outward from your eardrum, so secreted earwax and any dirt that's trapped is eventually conveyor belted out of the ear. However, the self-cleaning mechanism can fail in 1 in 20 younger adults, and as many as 1 in 3 older adults, and lead to excessive or impacted earwax accumulation, though they may not even know it. 70% of those surveyed who had both ears completely blocked with wax thought their hearing was good, but when their ears were cleared, they were suddenly able to hear better. Clearing out impacted wax can also improve symptoms of ear irritation, pressure, and fullness. So what's the best way to do it? Q-tips are a no-no. Pushing anything into the ear canal can end up making things worse by impacting wax even deeper into the ear or traumatizing the canal, resulting in abrasions, infections, or even, rarely, eardrum perforation. There's even a case report of a cotton swab causing a brain abscess and fatal meningitis, though the presence of wood splinters suggests the tip had broken off inside the ear. Cotton swab packaging already cautions users against ear canal insertion, but perhaps warning labels should be made even clearer, wrote one clinical medical officer. Do not go near the ear hole, or avoid the ear altogether. But what about those eardrops sold for wax removal? There are about a dozen different marketed formulations on the market, none of which appears to work any better than any other, or even compared to saline, which is just salt water or plain tap water. But 5 days of treatment does clear earwax in about 1 in 5 cases, compared to only 1 in 20 that clear up on their own within that time. At the very least, those eardrops may be able to soften wax before bulb syringe irrigation. Irrigation, also called ear syringing, involves flushing out the wax with a low-pressure jet of warm body temperature water. It works up to 70 to 90% of the time. And if it doesn't, clinicians have fancy devices to manually remove the wax under direct observation. The irrigation can be tried at home, though. Researchers randomized to use a bulb at home had about a 50% success rate in clearing their obstruction, and armed with this knowledge were significantly less likely to subsequently require in-office irrigation. Significant complications only happen in approximately 1 in 1,000 irrigations. You should not use an oral water jet. There are papers with names like catastrophic otalgic injury from oral jet irrigation of the external auditory canal. Even at 1/3 power, water picks were shown to be able to perforate the eardrums of fresh cadavers. Those who insist on violating this advice should, in the very least, use the lowest setting, use a tip with multiple orifices, and make sure the water stream is directed only against the walls of the ear canal, never straight back towards the eardrum, but really just don't do it.